Is Jules still with us, or has he passed on today?
Joe's still walking the earth. He hanging out.
Like Kane in Kung Fu.
Like he said.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Mr. Jackson, good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Hey, Jake. Good, man.
I got to tell you, this is one of the best performances of your career. So it's an honor to be able to talk to you for this one.
Thank you.
I'm going to jump in. I would imagine it's so refreshing to get to play a character over multiple episodes, to get a chance to sort of flesh them out. Obviously, with most movie roles, you get 2 hours to spend with them, and then you got to let them go. Of all of your great cinematic roles you played, which one do you wish you had had this kind of time with to get to sort of flesh them out over several hours, like you did with Ptolemy Gray?
Well, I'd always like to spend time with Ordell, just so we could like run around with him and see what the hell was going on in his life. You know,
I'd subscribe to any service to be able to watch that series, sir. You have been in this business a long time. You've grown and you've changed, not just as an actor, but as a man, as a human being. What's the most valuable understanding about life that you're now able to bring to a character like this that maybe you didn't have 20 or 30 years ago in the business?
Geez. I don't know. I think that there's an aspect of taking one's time. Patience is one of those things that, we don't have when we're young. And when I hear questions like, what's the thing that you would tell your young self? I say, be patient. Yeah, because we always want things to happen immediately.
Just enjoy the moment. Just let it breathe. I know you've been trying to get this project off the ground for a while now, and I'm curious as to how much the point in your life you play a character affects your understanding of him. If you'd gotten this off the ground earlier, been able to play him 5-10 years ago, how differently would your performance have been then compared to what you were able to do with him today? Or does the period of your life even matter when it comes to understanding a role in a performance?
Well, I think the one thing that I've always known about this particular job was that it couldn't be done in an hour and a half or 2 hours. And that's always been the biggest fight, that whoever bought it, or it's always been, HBO or a premium paying service that, was fiddling around and wanting to do it or trying to talk me into doing it, and I'm like, no, we need more time. So I've always resisted that element of it because I knew that, it needed to be, the attention paid to it needed to be Soprano-like or Boardwalk Empire-like or Deadwood-like or whatever. So all the resistance to that always bothered me. It's like, wait, because it's a black story? Why?
It's perfectly. I don't know who chose 6, but 6 it's perfect. Like that's the perfect way to tell the story. As we wrap up, without getting into spoilers, we're led to believe because of certain aspects of the story that we are witnessing the last days of Mr. Gray's life. I'm curious how often you think about a character's life and death after you're done playing with them. And are there any characters you would be curious to see how they go later in life?
I know Ptolemy's life was finite, and there's a difference in what happens in this script than what happened in the book, which is fine. But I always have characters that I wish I could, carry on with or see what was going on, or I wish that particular character didn't die. I mean, I've always wanted to go back and do another part of The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yes. Oh my God.
Just because I wanted to see what Miss Hennessy was doing.
Yes.
And, maybe the little girl grew up to be her,
yes.
to be her mom,
Is Jules still with us, or has he passed on today?
Joe's still walking the earth. He hanging out.
Like Kane in Kung Fu.
Like he said. Yeah.
Mr. Jackson, I love you, sir. You know I love you. And you and I go way back, and I just want to appreciate you for always being a part of my life, my friend.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, my friend. Bless you.
All
Hope you and your family are doing well.
Thank you.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.